Yo guys, what's up? What's going on? Alright, so we're back with the next mod. And I don't know if I said this or not, but, oh no, never mind. Thinking of something else. Doesn't matter. Moving on. Yeah, Six Depths of Terrorism. Barry Christian brought to us by him, and released on the 8th of October of 98. Holy shit, I was 10 years old. I will say that I did play the first level. I didn't get through it all. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, let's go. 60 solid levels. And this right here just really, it really takes me back to floor 1 of SOD. It's quite similar in my opinion. So... And I don't know, I'm not too hype on playing SOD. It's just not my... I don't know. It's okay. I don't know. I'll go back to OG before I go and play this, this one. Blah, blah, blah. This is useless down here. It leads to just it's a big fucking, big ass hallway, and it leads to treasure. It's not important. I think this is the same setup, right? Like this, there was a secret in the OG. But this is different. I'm fairly certain this is different. I don't even know what this leads to. Yeah, I'm just gonna save. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just chill here. Nope. Oh, man. Other work I've played of Barry is Atom Project, and I did I was attempting 100%. I couldn't do it on the last floor. I ran out of ammunition. And I remember, nobody left a shitty comment or anything, and I don't give a fuck about shitty comments. Whatever, man. But I know some people, they were disappointed. I can tell that's just how it was, and that's fine. And I was disappointed too, but and this is not to crap all over Barry. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm just talking about his work. I really do feel... that mod was 37 floors long. There were 3 secret exits, if I'm not mistaken. 3 secret exits, and it just was long, and they were big maps. Every single map was just... except map 1. Map 1 was okay, map 2 wasn't too bad, and then just from there it just went downhill, in my opinion. It got very overwhelming. And I think it could have stopped at 21. I think to follow the SOD part, it could have went 21 maps. And then all the other floors that he had, I think it could have been broken up into episodes. Because that was just too fucking much. And my thing, I made the mistake of not looking at maps first. And that I learned, look at the maps first so you have an idea of what you're getting into. And I think that's a good idea for anyone out there who's doing 100%. Just, there's nothing wrong with being aware of what you're getting into. Because you could get into something that's super overwhelming. You're like, oh my god, what did I do? And I did feel like that. I felt like, oh, shit, man, like, this is so much. And the maps were just they were huge, man. Like they were huge. 64 by 64, they got bigger and bigger, and like I understand, you know, you want them challenging, and that's fine. But there's a lot of differences, for Christ's sake. Like, I want challenging, but I don't want frustration. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be fun. I want to be able to have fun, but it got out of hand real quick, in my opinion. There was a lot of, there were many secrets from what I can remember. There were quite a bit of secrets that just had supplies in it, and it's like, man, you hope you better find them. What the hell is this? Also, too, what was distinctable about the one thing that stands out the most of that mod was there were 4 keys. Okay, this leads to nothing. There were 4 keys, and each key had its own level of difficulty to obtain. Does that make sense? Like 9 times out of 10, you're going to get the gold key first. And the gold key, it was just like, you know, your average, like, dudes that you had to go against. The silver key was a little, I would say, just maybe moderate-ish, like maybe right below moderate. There was the red key. Oh, frick, what was the other key? The red key, and was it green? Can't remember what the other one was. Pretty sure it was the red key and the green key. Pretty sure. And you're talking like, whoa. It just got serious really, really quick. Now, if you're into that kind of stuff, go for it. No problem there. It's like, it's this kind of mapping that I don't particularly care for, this hallways and there's all these twists and turns and more doors, and it's like, okay, like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm nitpicking or what, but just playing this stuff for all the years that I have been, I've come to find out I'm just not a fan of this particular mapping right here. I don't care for it. I just don't. It's not bad, it's just I don't enjoy it. That's all. Now, was it a bad thing over there? Not really, no. Somebody said a long time ago, God, long time ago, and they made the comment that usually the first level is what you're going to expect throughout the rest of the mod, and I say yes and no. I don't 100% agree with that. Oh boy. Whoa. So this just wraps around. Okay. Just don't particularly agree with it. Save. I don't know. It could go either way. It could be a really shitty first map, but then the mod gets progressively better. So I've seen that. Seen that plenty of times. You know. And I will say, too, that, you know, this was made in 98. I don't know how old Barry is. He's around my age. I think he's a little older than I am. So he was probably, I'm going to say, like, in his teens when he made this. Probably his early teens, if I had to guess. So I give a break. It's like, okay, it's a kid. You know, sometimes it is what it is. We all start somewhere, and that's fine. Now, I can tell thought was put into this. You can tell when thought and effort was put into something. You tried your best to make something good. And the author thought it was fun. They think it was fun. However, there's a fine line. And I think a lot of people out there would agree so. I'm not saying everybody would agree. I just think the majority of people would agree with me and say, you know, look at all the vault malls that we've played so far. And it's taken me a few years to do it, and it's going to take me a few more years to get through them all. But the majority of them, you can tell who just slapped whatever together in about a matter of, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe less. Not a lot of thought was put into it, and you got these stupid-ass trolls, you got hidden keys, and as you guys know, those ones who've been following me for a long time, you know damn well I hate hidden keys, and I mean mandatory keys. Keys that get you out of the floor. Now, if it's a hidden key, it's like, okay, hidden exit, that makes sense. But when you purposely, let's say the hidden push wall's right here. But in the exit key, like we'll say, I don't know, the gold key is in here to get out. And now you're in this big map. And it's a fairly sized map. I'm not saying it's humongous, but it's a good size. Your job is to hit every freaking wall in order to get out. That to me is not fun. That will never be fun. It will never be fun. It just never will be. I think it would be very annoying for a lot of people. And also, too, keep in mind, not everybody knows about a map editor. Not everybody knows about WDC. And I can't even work WDC because I don't understand that shit at all. Like, I tried my hardest to understand it. I just can't. Just can't. It's out of my league. Like, I can look at it and, like, poke around and stuff. But that's as far as I'm going to get into using it. I like Chaos Edit. It's more simplistic. And I feel more comfortable with it. Now, maybe if someone sat me down, like Tree Sap Thief, who's an incredible guy, by the way, incredible programmer, incredible map designer, you name it, the guy can do it. And I bet you $1 million if he went step by step with me and it's like, oh, this is how you do this, this is how you do that, I'd probably get it. At the time when I was getting into WDC, I was trying to extract files. I was trying to get something. I can't remember. And I had somebody who say, oh yeah, you just go here, do this. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I don't speak that language. I don't know what you mean. Oh boy, what do we got going on here? If anything. Oh, I was like, we got a surprise boss in here or something? Because usually, when you got rooms like that, I don't know. It could mean trouble. It could mean you got something waiting for you somewhere. So yeah. And I think Barry's a very nice guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a really nice guy. I've talked to him before. Super nice guy. And I really do hope that you guys don't think that I purposely put a target board on him and just start hammering away. For the love of God, that's not my intention. Like, I'm going to express my frustrations with something. I've done it thousands of times already. Like, I'm not happy with, I don't care for a lot of stuff. Like I've said, I played this shit for the longest time. I'm gonna see what's in here. And I know what I like. But that doesn't mean that the author's going to go, oh, well, Storm said she likes this, so I'm going to put that in. That's not what I'm hoping for. That's not what I'm trying to get across here. Like, there's people out there who are going to accept criticism, and then there's people out there who are just flat out assholes. And I'm sure you guys know the difference. There's people out there who don't give constructive criticism. I mean, they'll just go out there and they'll play it, make fun of it, and be like, oh, you're dumb. And that's not fair. You know what I mean? I do get frustrated. And I don't know. But I've never said, like, Barry Christian, I fucking, you're fucking this, you're that, you're this, you're that. I mean, there have been... Bucksnorts, though. Bucksnorts, y'all know. That shit's unbearable. And there's only actually one mod that... Oh, not Bobby, but the grandfather of Bobby that he made was actually somewhat decent. Don't ask me what it is. But that stuff is just unfucking bearable. Like, you can tell it was just not practiced. It was just not... Thought was not given into it for, like, I don't know. They would just slapped anything and it was like, yeah, let's go. And they thought it was good. Like, it was not tested, is what I'm trying to say. It definitely just was not tested. And it's like, And some people do listen. Like, for example, to bring Tree Sap back into the picture. Oh, Christ. He's asking for criticisms. He's asking for help. And I just, and I did. It was back in, late April, early May that I was giving him on Midnight Assault, which I think is a very good mod, very immersive, excellently done. There were a couple of things that were just like, this could use some tweaking, but it was nothing like major. The guy knows what he's doing and besides, he programmed the thing all the way from the bottom all the way up. I mean, I watched his live streams and he was just killing it. Like, I had no idea what the hell he was doing. Couldn't help you there. But, I'm not saying, oh, Teresa, could you do this for me? Could you do that for me? Like, I hope I don't come off that way. I don't think I do. I don't think I've ever... And I think I've done... Oh, yeah, that can be a bad thing. Oh, okay, so we hid the exit. That was another thing I was trying... I forgot to mention is hiding the exit. That's another thing that I don't like. Don't hide the exit. Just don't do that. It's not fun. No fun at all. What the hell is this? This kind of reminds me, is it episode 6? Floor 7? Is it 6-7 that's like this almost? It reminds me of it. God, what a shit-ass floor that is. Episode 6 makes me so angry, but nothing makes me infuriated as episode 4. I can't believe episode 4 is the way it is. When I did 100% on episode 4, and I'm talking about OG Wolfie, by the way. When I did 100% on floor 4, like, Blaine was sitting next to me, and I was like, why does this exist? Like, why? And for those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know damn well. You know the feeling. You know the feeling. Ay. 2 doors there. Seeing these mutants, it makes me think, and because this is Christian's work, it makes me think of the Melee mutants that he put in Adam Project. Man, those guys. Oh shit. And I have dealt with Melee mutants before. I totally have. But holy shit. I can't remember if he said he tweaked those or not, but it sure as hell seemed like it, because you have your regular mutants, right? They're evil bastards. And they hurt like hell. They're nothing to fuck with. And yeah, and a Melee mutant, though, I think is 1,000 times worse than these guys, because Melee is just... in that mod, particularly, they would... I remember there was one map... I don't remember. It was Nat 19 or something. And, man, I remember making a corner. I made a turn, and I just turned around, and they were right there. There was like 5 of them. And they, as soon as you go like that, automatically they start running. And just like a mutant, but they were a little faster than your OG mutant. Their speed was probably up by 2 notches, maybe 3. That's how fast they moved. And they had knives, so they would just like cut the shit out of you. And your health would be dropping, and you didn't even realize until it was too late. It was really cool. Frustrating, but it was cool, because I did like the Melee mutants. I think they are my favorite enemy, and I wish I saw more of them. And I don't know who the OG creator is or was that came up with the Melees, and I do like them a lot. God, they're amazing. They're an incredible enemy. I like them more than the dogs, because the dogs seem like they're not used in the best way. There's been only maybe just... Christ, I can only count on my one hand of how many times I've seen them used in a really good way. And don't ask me the fucking mod, I can't remember. But, and again, Midnight Assault, because that's the most recent, like, new mod that's been released. Not a public release. Well, is it public? I can't remember. But no, it's not public release, because beta testing was only asked to be done. So, but the dogs are used really good. I like the way TreeSap altered them, so that the dogs actually sit down. And if you guys were around for Mung Funger 2, just past stream, we got to see that. And, you know, I watched TreeSap. I watched him code all that. I watched him program making the dogs do that, and I thought that was the neatest thing. Ew. Oh. I looked at this real quick and I was like, oh, it's a new texture. Save on a different file. No, I don't have a key. Okay. So far, it's not bad. Alright, let's go test some doors. Save. Okay. Not worried about treasure. I think I've mentioned this a while or two, but these dudes, I'm gonna say, what, they're right about here. And if you ever noticed that when, and then, oh my god, this is in so many fucking mods, even the OG. So let's say you put a dude here, and for shits and giggles, you put a dude here, but it wouldn't really matter if you just had one dude right here, right in this square instead of this one, and you walk through and you notice when you get stuck, ever notice that? Or even an object, like a barrel or something, you would get stuck on it. It's like, holy shit, like, was it, oh man. What's that mod? Was it SOD Extreme Eisenfast Edition? Team Raycast took that out where you get stuck on somebody because you can't pass them. You could just move freely right through and they wouldn't bother you. And I thought that was awesome. I thought that was one of the coolest. And as small as it was, I thought it made a huge difference because there's been so many times in so many mods where you guys know, if you guys pay attention to my playstyle, I run through a lot. Like, I just run and gun, pretty much. Sometimes I hold back and I analyze the situation. But yeah, let's say I would just run through here, and there could be like a dude right here, and you get caught, and you're like, oh shit, I'm stuck on somebody. Yeah, it's an oh shit moment. But when I was playing that mod, I was like, oh shit, like, I was getting fucked up crazy because I wasn't expecting that. Like, I think it changed the dynamic rather quickly. I know some people have been asking about SOD Extreme. They want me to play it really bad, and it's coming up. It's on the list. It's coming up. How long has it been? Almost a half hour? Well, if I die, I'll just I'll just play this floor. If I die, I stop. He dies, he dies. Whoa. Thanks. It's a lot of doors, a lot of turns, a lot of twists. It's like I get a little overwhelmed because I don't know. Okay, we got a gold key. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, we are finding the keys. The exit was hidden in, was it 3? I don't like that. Okay. Well, he's generous with health and ammo, that's for sure. And to go back to Adam Project, I really, really wanted to like the mod. In fact, I did. I did like it at the very beginning, but... Whew. Much too much of much too much. Alright, let's save. So... it's this design stuff. It's this mazy hallway stuff that I am just not a fan of. Okay. Alright, I think I'm done here, guys. Yeah, Six Depths of Terrorism, if you like to play it, go for it. It's on the Vault Mod site. Yeah, have at it. That's gonna do it for me. And we'll see you next time.